Hello everyone, this is Mohammed from Python Ninja YouTube channel, and today we will learn together a new Python collection data structure, which is dictionary. So what is the dictionary data structure in Python? In the past, we know the standard data structure that composes both key and value pairs is called associative arrays, okay? And it's also called maps, which is clear in other programming languages. But in Python, we term it as a dictionary. So the data structure that composes key and value is called dictionary in Python. Okay, dictionary data type. The dictionary is viewed as a map where the keys are the input and the values are the output. So we have to figure like this. We have a set of keys like countries and a set of values like the cities. Okay, so the input is the countries and the output is the capital of these countries, which is the cities like France, Paris, Italy, Rome, like this. A dictionary in Python is a collection data type, and it could be like 1D or 2D that hold key value pair. This is multi-dimensional definition of a dictionary, and that will smoothen and help you to understand what is exactly the dictionary in Python. So both keys and values can represent any data type. For example, for these pairs of keys and value, they can be like a string, okay, as I mentioned, like city, countries, and the capital of the countries, which is cities. So both are represented in a string representation, or it could be integers, or okay, or any like data structure, but it should be tuple, not a list. We will discover later what I mean of a key as a tuple and a key as an integer, and we will see some cases that will allow me to use tuple as a key, but list will not be used as a key, and also the dictionary itself is not used as a key for sake of the unique identifier of the object. So far, we identified the dictionary is the data structure in Python that composes key and values. For this dictionary, there is some characteristics. Okay, the characteristic of a dictionary. The first characteristic, it can be initiated by curly brackets. Okay, so for example, countries will be a dictionary object, okay, and this is initiated by curly brackets. So if I want to print the type of the country's variable, it will be dictionary. But we use the same curly brackets to initiate a set. For example, if I want to add 1, 2, 3, 4, this is a set in Python. Please go back to the tutorial where I highlight set data structure. But here we use the same brackets, curly brackets, but we will add another column instead of using this comma. We will add column to identify the key and the value. So later we will give more. Okay, just to mention the characteristic now. Okay, so it can be initiated by curly bracket. It holds key value pair, so we need to identify key and value for each item inside the dictionary, and no duplication is allowed, so we don't repeat the same keys and values. And items inside a dictionary are ordered and changeable, so it satisfies the condition of a sequence when we have a sequence and order for this, when we have iterable and order of this iterable. And a dictionary is immutable, meaning that we can change, we can identify a new item or add or insert a new item inside the dictionary. So dictionary is similar to list in terms of immutability, but it's not similar to tuple, since tuple is immutable. Please keep that in your mind. Let us start by highlighting an example of, for example, I want to take capitals of some countries, and I want to open the curly bracket, not round bracket, okay? Especially for the beginners, you should consider that. I want, for example, consider France, okay? So I want to add colon, then another quotations here for the capital, which is Paris, okay? This is the key and this is the value, and both are called key value pairs, okay? Now for another item, so this represents one item in the dictionary. So the dictionary composes key and value, and a key and a value as an item, okay? So the next item of the dictionary will be also another key and column and another value. I want to add, for example, Italy, and the capital of Italy is Rome. I want also add another item, and we need again key, and we need the value, the corresponding value of that key. We need to add Norway, okay, and the capital of Norway is Oslo. Okay, another item of the dictionary. We need key and we need value. I write it slowly and I repeat what I did from the beginning, because I want you to keep in mind the structure of the dictionary. I want to add India, and I want to add New Delhi as a capital of the India. What I can do with this dictionary, okay? So this satisfies this characteristic, which is it can hold the key and values can be string, so both are strings here, and it can be integers. We will later describe another example, and it can be tuple. We will give another example. The first thing I want to check the type of this capital. Is it a dictionary or not? Yes, it is a dictionary. As what we did before, we want to see the methods that can I apply to this dictionary. I use dir and I go to the end when we will overlook these methods and attributes that contain trailing and leading and trailing underscores. When we go for object-oriented programming, you will understand the functions of these. We will consider only these which are the methods that associated with a dictionary, which can be applied to the dictionary. If I want to understand like more, I want to see more description, I can type help. It will give me like a descriptive way for each method, or I can, for example, add capitals dot, for example, dot get, okay, and it will bring to me the get method here, okay, and it will return to me how can I use this method. So far so good. We till now describe the things that also introduce or describe for other data structures like list and tuple. So what can we do also with this dictionary? Sorry. The first thing is to retrieve the value based on the key. I use a method which is called get. For example, I want to bring from this capital dictionary, I add a dot and then I add get. Get is a method that will retrieve me the value, which is the capital, based on the key, which is the country. For example, I want to get the capital of France, which will be Paris, okay, or the capital of Italy, and this will be Rome, for example. So the get method is the most usable method in dictionary, which will retrieve me the value of the corresponding key. So I want to submit the key inside the get method. What if I ask, for example, Egypt here, which is not available in the dictionary? Then there will be none, and this will not terminate the execution. For example, in the later example, we will highlight another method, okay, or another mechanism we use to retrieve the value of the corresponding key, but that will raise an error to me, okay? But here you see none, and it executed without interruption. What else? What I can do also behind the get method, I can do like Boolean check, okay? So we can use like if condition within the dictionary to see if the value of a corresponding key exists or not. For example, if capital dot like this dot get, okay, France, which means that if the value, if the France is exist here, then what I will do, I will do print capital dot get, okay, France. I want to print it. Okay, so I can use if condition within a dictionary to do like a Boolean check. If it is exit, please print it. Okay, let us check. Yes, it's in. It's in. Okay, I want to, for example, I want to check if Egypt, for example, here. I want to print this for Egypt, okay, and Egypt is not allowed. Okay, else, okay, print, for example, the capital of this country is not available, okay, is not available. Okay, let us to see. Oh, the capital of this country is not available because this country is not listed within the dictionary. So far, so good. What if I want to add another country now? So we say that dictionary is immutable, so we are able to add. Okay, so capital dot update is a method that will allow me to add a key and a value. So, but I want to open inside this method, I want to open a curly bracket which will hold US, for example, and I want you to follow the same structure of a dictionary. So I use this quotation and I use colon, I use another quotation for Washington, okay. Then I want to print this dictionary again to see if Washington has been added. Yes. So dot update method, it allow me to add a new pair of key and value to a dictionary. What else? What it can do? It allow me to update even the value of an exist key. Okay. For example, if for a certain condition Italy decides to change its capital to be, for example, Napoli, no, to be Milan, okay. I hope it will be Napoli, but okay, it's never Milan. Okay, so Italy now has been updated with Milan as a country. Okay, so let us follow the rules and not to change to Milan, but I showed you how can update method add a new item to a dictionary and how it also can update an existing item. What if I want to remove the last element of a dictionary? Not the last element. Okay, there is a method that is used to remove the last element, which is called bob item. So let us use a capital dot bob item. like this without submitting anything inside this here. I want to print it now, India, and its capital, the key and value, the last key and the last value has been dropped. But what if I want to bob or drop, okay, a specific country, not the last one? I use bob method. Here you have to notice that we learn together in a list. Bob method, it remove the last element, okay, in the list, okay, and in a set it remove the first element, and here it remove the country based, not the last element, but it remove the key and the value, okay, of the country you submit or you insert. For example, I want to remove one. I want to remove Norway, for example. Okay, when I print the new dictionary, so it will not contain Norway. So remember, we have Bob and we have Bob item. Bob item, it removes the last key and value there. But here, Bob method for the dictionary, it remove the value and the key based on the key you submit inside. Okay. Now we want to, for a certain condition, we want to clear everything. We want to use as empty dictionary. We use a method .clear. Okay, just like this. We now able to clear all items in the dictionary. Well, what if I want to take only keys or only values? So I can identify, for example, keys, okay, will be capitals. There is a method which called keys. So I use dot keys, and when I print keys, okay, it will be printed. Okay, so I printed all key. Okay, I can do it also using for loop. For example, I say for key in, I want also here to deal only with key, not the value. Just take the countries. For key in dictionary, in on capitals, dot keys. I have to use dot keys. This means that I extract all keys. Then I want to print the key itself. Okay, so it will be printed also. All keys or in all countries here represent the key. The keys are printed. We can do this similar thing. For example, if I want to consider only values, okay, instead of keys, so I can print the values. Okay, so now I printed the capitals itself, or I can do like this, and then instead of for loop, I can, if I want to use them as a variable or an object, I can say like values, okay, equal capital, which is the dictionary dot values. Okay, so then I can print this object later, and now it is a dictionary values, and these are objects, and I can loop as what I did before. Now I want also to mention that we can print the items. Okay, for example, I can say items which represent this. Okay, this is one item of a dictionary. Items is this dictionary capitals dot items. So we have dot key, we have dot values, now we have dot items. So I print the items, and let us see how it looks like. It looks like this. We have a table, the keys and the values, and for also for all reminders, countries, and or I can loop. Okay, so for example, I can say for key, okay, and values, okay, in capital dot items, I want to print, okay, for example, I want to print, let us to print f string here. I want to print the keys, and then I want to use colon. I want to print values, okay, and let's use it in a singular form, value, and yeah, this is value. And yeah, we are able to print each key and its corresponding value when we iterate through them. Okay, so guys, that's for today's tutorial. We introduced the meaning of dictionary. What is the dictionary data structure? Again, this is a data structure similar to what exists in other programming language and inherit under the associative array, which means we have an item that contain key and values. Okay, or it is a map. It's introduced in other programming definition as maps, which map the key to the corresponding value. In Python, we have this form of map or associative array. We have it as a dictionary, okay, which is can be in 1 or 2D, and we have multiple items of a dictionary, but each item must comprise its key. Then we use column, then we use values. We have this example. In the next tutorials, we will go further in the dictionary data structure, and we will highlight another type of dictionary items when we comprises also numbers, and we will also describe another methodologies related to the dictionary, ending with dictionary comprehension.